Welcome back to Powered by 8 Racing YouTube channel. I spent some time earlier this week taking the headers off the car, taking the intake off the car, and filming an episode, and just come to discover that the footage was all garbage. There was a big smudge mark on the lens, and it's definitely not footage that you would enjoy watching. So we proceeded on, pulled the drivetrain out of the car, pulled the motor out of the car, and now we have an empty engine bay. So what I'm going to do is probably go inside the car, take the seats out of the car, then we can get all of the wiring stuff going. But I think that if we get the seats out, it's just going to make it a lot easier to work inside the car and start there, because pretty much this car needs to be stripped down and prepared for the new computer. So the new computer is going to be a Motec M150 and a PDM 15. So that's how we're going to operate the vehicle from now on. The pedals will be replaced with a tilt and pedal box, and like we had mentioned before, it will get the Bosch M5 ABS.
Powered by Ultra.
So we have these Ultra Shield seats in the car, which are amazing seats, but they are quite the pain to get in and out of the car, especially since the roll cage is in here now. It's like a puzzle. So I'm gonna see if I can take them out with the rails on them, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I know that putting them in was quite the challenge, but we'll see if we can't get them out pretty easily this time. And it'll just make everything else easier going forward. All right, so I gotta take the, the aluminum seats, they have the roll bar bracing back rest. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, because it's an aluminum seat, it has the, you have to attach the back of the seat to the roll bar to give it its rigidity in an accident, because I've seen the results of not doing that, and these seats will just fold in half, and it's kind of scary to think that people didn't know that and installed these seats in their car. All right, here comes the fun part. Sometimes it'll come out really easy, and other times it'll take me an hour. Oh, so that's progress. Like that. Oh, that might be the secret, getting this in and out all the time. I think this one I had to go this way first because of the you just want to throw this stuff sometimes. Like, come on. Like that. There we go. Oh. Just get all this hardware collected. And then I think what we should do from here is get a drill bit, start popping these rivets out, take off the dash. At least the center console piece, we can take that all out. But I got to drill all these out because when I built it not expecting to have to take it apart like so soon. And you know, the whole time I was doing it, I was saying like, oh yeah, maybe just do 1 or 2, and instead I put like 100 rivets in it to hold it together, and I probably didn't need to do that. And yeah, so anyways, that's what we end up doing all the time, right? So I'm gonna get a drill bit and I'll start pulling the dash apart, because what I would like to do is get this out of the way. I can rip all these wires out, and then I can start freeing up some of this stuff here, because then we have to take the console apart. And if we can get the cockpit out, all the wires into the engine bay, then it's just going to be yanking all those wires out of the engine bay. And then once we do that, that'll make life a lot easier. I probably should put some grip tape over here for the passengers, because it's pretty slick. You know, one thing that I did do to this car is I had installed this switch, and I got rid of the entire ignition system. I have a write-up on that over on Corvette forums that has the wiring diagram. It took a little while to figure it out, but I preserved it over there so that, you know, we had it forever. So if anybody ever wants to do it again, we have some place to refer back to. So this is the dash piece. So I ran the ignition to here, and then what it has to do is there's a series of relays, and what it does is when you push the button, it activates one of the relays to turn off the accessories, to turn on their accessories again, because one of the things that it looks for is when you turn the key, it detects accessories on, then it has to turn themselves off, and before you can start the car again, you have to go back through that cycle, and if it doesn't detect that cycle, it won't start the car. So that was one of the challenges with doing the keyless mod. So here's where I am now. I've got that center console out, had to cut some wires up. You always install everything thinking that's going to be the last time, and of course it's not. But man, there's a mess of stuff that's going to come out of this car now. I mean, if you just think, not only this rat's nest, but if you look up underneath the dash, I mean, all of that stuff is coming out. All of this stuff. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that's still in this car. I can't wait to see how much weight comes out. I mean, that's a tremendous amount of stuff that's going to be coming out of the car. So, all right, well, I'm going to get cracking at it again. All right, so as you could probably see that I had the PCM mounted under my dash over here, and I'm going to take that off now. There's two bolts in the back, and then that'll be freed up and ready to come out. So a little progress update. Instrument cluster's off. I've got my old shift light off. I'm going to start trying to dismantle this piece by piece, work my way back, and then probably going to have to fabricate a bracket for this going from here to the roll bar. So I'll do some welding up on there, finish painting that up, because I'd like to take this crossbar out. I don't think it's doing anything for me any longer now that we've got the roll bar in here. And so that's pretty much where I am right now. Okay, so one more milestone here. Got all the wire harness off of this side. Need to clean up some of the wires going into the firewall down there, and move over to this side, start tearing these wires out. And then I'm going to take the dash apart, the steering wheel column, try to get that into smaller bits and narrow it down a little bit. And when I come back, we should have this all cleared out. So I got the other motor ordered. It's on the way. It's going to be another LS3. This was an LS3. That block might be okay. We'll swing it by the machine shop and see what they have to say, and maybe I'll just build it out to be a backup short block. And then I moved on to the inside. As you can see, I got this pretty much gutted in here. Got a lot more to do still. I need to get the steering column off, and so I'm working on that, get the brake booster out of the way, and that'll be it. So thanks for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. And hopefully we'll have some parts pouring in here in the next week or so.
Powered by Ocho.
All right, we're back here with Cecil again. Got the motor about to come apart so we can see what kind of damage I did to it. But I'm pretty sure that number 7 over here is bad. I think it's the ringlands that might have given out, and I'm hoping it didn't hurt the head too bad, but we'll find out. And then my second guess is also that number 8 over here has a cracked cylinder wall. So we're about to pull the heads off and see what carnage we find. That one's good. That one's fine. Headwise anyways. Ah, there it is. Yep, I think it's cracked right here. Yeah. A little bit of crack going on. Alright, this is the one that I'm scared about. More so because of the head. Yeah, the head's messed up. So, not too bad. I think it'd be cleaned up pretty good. But the, oh. I would guess that the ringland did give out. You can see it, it's gone right over here.
Yeah, he broke the piston.